So we all know the YANDHI album is going to be amazing, but I just wanted to make a video about the journey that it went through, because I know it's gone through a lot of changes since last year, and Kanye's been through a lot more since last year. So I know for a fact the project will sound a lot different by the time it gets released than it sounded last year. So I want to start this video off with Kanye tweeting on September 27, 2018 that he will be releasing YANDHI the same weekend that Lil Wayne's The Carter 5 will be releasing. So we all know that didn't end up happening, and on October 1st, 2018, he went up to the TMZ offices again to talk to Harvey about why the album didn't release, and gave some new details on the direction he's going with the project.
It was coming out on Saturday. It didn't come out. What happened?
I didn't finish it. A person from my management staff, from our management staff, had suggested, because the album is so good, it's my, I've started incorporating like sounds that you've never heard before, and pushing and having like, concepts that people don't, talk about.
So just a quick side note, as many of you may or may not know, on January 25th, 2019, a clip surfaced of The Game previewing songs from his new album set to come out sometime this year, where he raps about his past sexual activities with Kim Kardashian. Now, like I said before, this Kanye TMZ interview was in October 2018, and this Game clip came out January 2019. Now, I'm not saying he heard the song before the clip came out, but just listen to this next part of his TMZ interview. I think the foresight Kanye had into the topics he wants to address on this album in relation to what The Game is talking about on his project or his song is interesting.
We have concepts talking about, body shaming and, women being looked down upon for how many people that they slept with.
So last year he did those 5 albums, and he explains in this next clip that those were more of a healing process for him, and now he's back to his normal self making good music.
It's just a full Ye album, and those 5 albums that I dropped earlier were like superhero rehabilitation, and now the alien Ye is like fully back in mode, off of medication, working out, breathing as much fresh air as possible, thinking, doing, being himself, and when I say being myself, that doesn't mean I'm being Donald Trump. It means I'm being me, and I'm punk. And I can wear whatever I want because I'm a god. And there's nothing that I can wear, this t-shirt, this don't make me. This is the way I look at this time on this planet.
In this next clip, he talks about how in the next 2 weeks he's going to be journeying to Africa to finish his album and experience the motherland.
So this is the type of energy that we're putting into the album. So we're going to Africa in 2 weeks to record so that I can get, I felt this energy when I was in Chicago. I felt the roots, but we have to go to what is known as Africa. I just need to go and even find out what it's really called and just grab the soil and cook food, 5 meals a day so the metabolism stays up, and have my kids in the studio and have the mic in the open so you can hear, nature while we're recording. And so we're gonna bring out the album on what is known as Black Friday, and which is November 23rd. And I'm so happy about what's happening. Just to give the people the full Ye, because a lot of people say there hasn't been albums as good as Watch the Throne and Dark Fantasy and 808 since that time.
Here's a couple clips from his trip.
Prophecy said 400 years, 2019. Niggas ain't woke like me. I'm on the boat like me. Y'all don't want smoke like me. Y'all supposed to be mad at me. Y'all ain't supposed to fight me. The prophecy say 2019. Y'all think y'all ain't woke like me. Hop off the boat like me. Y'all supposed to be mad at me. Y'all ain't supposed to fight me. Replace. Look at the times we facing. We need another miseducation. We need another miseducation. We need a new graduation. We need a new graduation. I know.
Kanye eventually returned to the States, and on November 11, 2018, him and Kid Cudi united as Kid See Ghost to perform at Tyler the Creator's Camp Flog Gnaw concert. Unfortunately, the next day, November 12, 2018, Kanye tweeted saying that after performing with Kid Cudi, he realized the album wasn't finished and it'll come out when it comes out. On January 13th, 2019, Kanye started what is now known as Sunday Service, in which he and a full choir and band performed mostly songs that originate from the samples he's used in his discography, more specifically the ones that have gospel themes, like Fly Away, I Wonder, Ghost Town, Lift Yourself, Father Stretch My Hands, and more. Literally a week later, on January 20th, 2019, Kanye hosted Sunday Service Week 2. Kanye had the choir sing a new song called We'll Find a Way, in which many think is going to be used on the YANDHI album for the track Stormy Night, which features XXXTentacion and Ty Dolla $ign. On January 27th, Kanye West was featured in a bunch of videos where he was freestyling with Dame Dash.
Nothing's gonna stop. My nigga Aerostar knew I made this beat on some cam shit. Back when we could have barely afford a sandwich. Who knew Yeezy would do so much damage that the internet wouldn't have the bandwidth? Look who I brought the band with. Just look who I'm mans with. Just look who I'm fam with. Yeah. I ain't had a last liner. Good luck, I'm here with Dame. All we need is hoes to pull up. Be back like a rock with the rock band. Just look at what we got, man. Been to the hospital, went back. Made it to raps, from the tracks, from the plaques, all of that.
Now, I'm pretty sure most of you have seen this video, but if you haven't, this was on February 24th, 2019, session of Kanye's Sunday Service. This is probably where it officially, started, getting in everybody's attention to where we're leading up to now. So on March 8th, 2019, an engineer by the name of Kevin Selleck, who engineered some songs that are supposed to be on YANDHI, including a song called New Body, featuring Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign, leaked information about the record and also the direction Kanye is going to be going with on YANDHI, in which he said the theme is mostly quote-unquote women's empowerment on the project. Now, I don't know why he thought it was okay to do this, because I know he had to sign some kind of NDA, and if you don't know, Kanye usually likes to keep most of the work private while he's working on a project, and I'm sure this guy was aware of that, but apparently this guy fumbled the bag, because on March 8th, 2019, Mike Dean, who is Kanye's longtime producer, responded to a hip-hop site saying that, pretty much implying that this guy was fired. On December 8th, 2018, a picture of Kanye, Timbaland, and Chief Keef in the studio was posted online, what seemed to be a follow-up from that session. On March 12th, 2019, Timbaland posted a quick snippet of a Kanye verse to his Instagram.
I got pump on stomping, not that you invited. I got pump on stomping, not that you invited. I got pump on stomping, not that you invited. I got pump on stomping, not that you invited. I got pump on stomping, not that you invited.
Now, I think this video was made March 5th, 2019, but on March 31st, 2019, Kim Kardashian posted a video of Kanye announcing that, well, I'll let him tell it.
737 passengers. Is it loud? Is it loud? We'd like to make an announcement that we just booked another show. We will be doing Sunday service, sunrise at Coachella.
And again officially announced the date on March 31st, 2019, which was week 13 of Sunday service.
Then we were out in Palm Springs. took us to a little campground, because we were thinking about a little performance in Palm Springs, just a little one. Then they had a mountain. He had a mountain waiting for us. We had a date waiting for us. Only one date that mountain will be available. Easter Sunday at Coachella.
Wow.
So the confirmation was confirmed last night. The Sunday service will be at Easter Sunday at Coachella, 9 a.m.
A week later, April 7th, 2019, Sunday service, week 14, Kanye paid tribute to Nipsey Hussle by playing his words of motivation while having his choir sing the song titled Forgiven, which is off of 2 Chainz's album that came out this year called Rapper Good of the League.
Stay inspired, show love your people. Just want to send some words of encouragement. Y'all stay focused, y'all keep working hard, believe in yourself. Prove everybody that doubts are wrong. Show up every day. Stay pure, keep your heart more pure. Stay pure, keep your heart more pure. Stay motivated, stay inspired, show love your people.
On April 18th, 2019, 3 days before his Coachella set, Kanye West was seen walking around the Coachella area with Rubin, who, if you don't know, Kanye said he couldn't have done YOSES without Rubin, and YANDHI is supposed to be the sequel to YOSES, so who knows what's going to happen. Also, here's a few pictures of what his setup is going to look like. And rehearsals. I forgot when this was posted, but the producer Ronnie J posted this on his Insta Live. Or Insta story. It says 5/19, and the picture, of course, is of Kanye. And actually, this video is from that song, which he is Ronnie J has a production credit on. You know that 80 Degrees song. You know the. I can't walk on the water. That song. Yeah. Finally, on Easter Sunday, 2019, Kanye and his choir assembled at Coachella for a Sunday service performance. He was joined by other fellow artists like Chance the Rapper, Kid Cudi, Tiana Taylor, Ant Clemens, Ty Dolla $ign, and DMX for performances. It was live streamed in a really unique way through some kind of peephole camera or something, and it reminded me of when he tweeted in September 27, 2018, when he was doing his SNL performance. He had mentioned that they were trying to shoot the performance with an iPhone, I guess, instead of normal cameras, but that didn't end up happening. I assume this is some kind of variation of what he was trying to do back then in some kind of capacity. Here's a few clips of the performances. Now, he performed All Falls Down and Jesus Walks, but I think the Jesus Walks performance was my favorite because even though you could tell that he had lost his voice sometime because the day previous he performed with Kid Cudi and his voice just sounded different. I think, yeah, he lost it somehow, but the Jesus Walks performance, something about it was just powerful for me. And he even sat down at the end to, I don't know if he was soaking up the moment or praying, but, well, you're about to see. So like I said earlier, Kanye, Chief Keef, and Timbaland were in the studio last year, and I guess YNW Melly was also there because on May 1st, 2019, a clip surfaced in the same room with everybody, you know, with the same clothes on, and the studio session of Kanye and Melly freestyling. So on May 20th, 2019, Dolla Hyped spoke about YANDHI briefly with Zane Lowe on Beats One Radio and says that he's held off working with other people to work with Kanye on this project, and he says Kanye keeps upgrading the project. So we're definitely in for something special. Boy, I hope so. Scratch that. I know so.
To be honest, I've backed off from a lot of things. I know there's a couple people mad at me, but I was already working with Ye, so I'm not going to stop that, you know. His album is amazing. He's just like constantly like upgrading. We think the song is done. We think it's fire. And he's like, nah, let's keep going. So it's a great learning experience. And you already know his next project is about to be stupid.
On May 21st, 2019, Dolla Hyped had an interview in LA where he spoke about his work on YANDHI and the possible collab album between the two. He also said that Kanye had a lot to do with his new upcoming album.
Yeah, I was just out in New York working with Kanye. I was supposed to be working on one of his songs, and then I pulled up one of my songs. Man, Ye's new project. Come on, man.
Hold on.
You already know.
Drink. Take another drink, and then
play
we'll
us
talk
a
about
snippet
it.
off your phone.
Nah.
Kanye had mentioned, a while back that y'all have a duo album, like a collab album.
Yeah.
Is that just in his hard drive? And
he helped on this album a lot, so
okay.
Just be expecting some craziness.
Okay, from Ye, huh?
Okay. Shout out to my brother. Man.
On July 15th, 2019, what is now thought to be the scrapped version of YANDHI appeared online. The leak contains the same songs from the tracklist that Kanye wrote on the whiteboard that was seen on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The tracklist includes the songs New Body featuring Dolla Hyped and Nicki Minaj, The Storm featuring Dolla Hyped and XXXTentacion, Alien/SpaceX featuring Ant Clemens, Law of Attraction, Bye Bye Baby, Hurricane, We Got Love remix featuring Tiana Taylor, Garden/We'll Find a Way, and Slave Name. 2 days later, on July 17th, 2019, one of the producers on the song Law of Attraction, who was a Timbaland affiliate named Angel Lopez, made an Instagram post expressing his disdain for people who leak unreleased and unfinished music. In the last part of his post, he says, and I quote, "The leaking of music isn't for the fans or for the love of music. It's an invasion of privacy, a violation to all artists and creatives involved, and a disservice to the art of music." As you may or may not know, usually Kanye does a lot of his albums down to the last minute, and a lot of the times he changes songs that he was gonna have on there and just leaves them out to never be heard. And sometimes when his albums or songs leak, he changes the whole song altogether, the production or the lyrics or whatever. So I'm not sure how many of these songs, if any, that he was actually planning to have on his next project, but as you'll see from this next part, he might scrap a few songs or maybe the whole thing's scrapped. On July 18th, 2019, a rapper by the name Kid Kill, who Kanye was seen freestyling with last year, revealed that he produced the song New Body with Kanye, Nicki, and Ty Dolla $ign, and on top of that says they leaked the wrong version. So now Kanye doesn't want to have his album anymore. So I guess song scrapped for now. On August 9th, 2019, a Twitter account by the name of Eric Tewalt tweeted that a man by the name of Dan Falcone was in LA with the 5 Celine horns. I'm not sure who they are, but he says that they were doing some recording in LA for Kanye. Now, if you look closely to the title of the music sheet, you'll notice that the title of the song is Baptism, which keeps in line with the gospel themes that Kanye said he's going on with this album and the YANDHI, So I'm not sure if this is for the album or for Sunday service or what, but hey, there you go. On August 15th, 2019, rapper / visual artist Dewey Brian Saunders, also known by his rap name as Dewey Decibel, who has done the artwork for Anderson .Paak's albums and also features early 2019 album The Wizard, tweeted out that he's going to do the cover for the new Kanye album. Somebody responds to his tweet and says, "If there ever is one," and he responds and says, "There is, and it's fucking good." Now, there is a couple of things I'd like to point out. One, I don't think he's lying. I don't see why he would have a reason to lie, but he didn't specify, the album name, and of course he wouldn't if he was really doing the project. He also responded to someone else who asked him, "Is this a manifestation or a fact?" He sneakily answered but didn't answer by saying, "To me, there is no difference." Lastly, he responded to one more person. The tweet is deleted now, so I'm not sure what they said, but he responded by saying, "Have you heard the album?" So I'm assuming the person said it doesn't exist or something along the lines of saying it's trash. So the guy seems legit, so YANDHI on the way. On August 26th, after releasing his new single titled Sociopath, Pusha T was asked directly by a fan on Twitter where the leaks could be coming from. He responded to the fan expressing that he hates leaks, but also says luckily they are talented so they can always cook up more. But he said he hates it because it ruins all they have in store for the fans. To me, this implies somewhat what I suspected, that YANDHI was already scrapped and Kanye's been working on another project in secrecy. Well, here we are. On August 29th, 2019, Kim Kardashian posted the tracklist for Kanye's new album titled Jesus is King. 12 songs on the tracklist. Album release date September 27th, 2019, presumably. If you look closely, you can see track number 9 is a track titled Water, which is a track that Kanye previewed at Sunday Service Coachella earlier in the year. So that makes sense that this is what he's been working on. Track number 2, which is titled Garden, is a song, I believe, was originally titled We'll Find a Way, which Kanye had his choir perform at Sunday Service. Here's a clip of Ty Dolla $ign recording the song back in September 2018.
You are my brother, family.
Track number 3 is called SELAH, although Kanye pronounced it SELAH. Kanye was seen working on the song last October 2018 with Ronnie J when he was in Uganda.
I'ma do it for Fela, I'ma do it, yeah, SELAH. I'ma do it for Nova,
track number 10, which is titled Through the Valley, which is supposed to be featuring an artist by the name of Momo Boyd from a group called Infinity Song. Here's a small clip of her performing the song at Kanye's Sunday service.
I thought I'd never come down. I thought I'd always be up in the clouds with the wind in my hair and no worries or gas, but the higher you are, then the harder you fall. And I fell to the ground and I reached out for help when nobody's around.
Now the last song, which is titled Sweet Jesus. Many believe the sample on this track is going to come from a song that Kanye did at his Sunday service on August 25th, 2019. Now, as you may know, Kanye likes to write down random ideas or maybe focus ideas sometimes, write them down physically. Now, if you look in the right-hand corner, you'll notice he's kind of keeping the same energy from last year, maybe a little bit toned down. He's wrote a bunch of different words: slaying the demons, changing opinions, defend, all who calls on. He circled specifically, he will defend and keep safe all who call on his name. Under that, kingdom, strength, lion, glory, fire. Under that, I think it says Bexing or Rexing, maybe. Protected, defiant against fear. And there's a page under that he wrote something else, I'm not sure, but also there's a Bible laying right there, so. Now, since, Kanye's been doing the Sunday service since like late December, early January 2019, you may be thinking there's probably just going to be a Sunday service album. But Team Kanye Daily, who has been connected to Kanye on many occasions, tweeted out saying Jesus is King is a Kanye West album, 9/27. Someone responded to them saying that it was going to be the Sunday service album, and they responded to that person simply replying, nope. Now, of course, fans want to be sure, so someone said, you sure it's a Kanye album and not a Sunday service album? And they replied, yes, with the, the shh emoji. And under them, Apex Martin, who produced on the song Yikes from the Ye album in 2018, replied to them saying, you sure? LOL. So, I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. Alas, it was a tweet and delete. Team Kanye Daily responded to him saying, yep, 100%, and now his tweet is unavailable, so guess that means he wasn't involved in the project. On April 30th, 2019, Ricky Anderson, who is Kanye's cousin and also works at Good Music, said on his podcast that they will be going back to Wyoming again like they did in 2018.
This was technically like Sunday service summer camp before Sunday service became a thing.
It was a similar energy, because I don't know why just being on the back patio of the house and just like you just see it and like you see the fog setting amongst the mountain. And,
you really would.
And you could breathe there like Winston-Salem.
Oh, you could breathe. You could inhale deeply. It was really nice.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
A lot of beautiful, yeah.
I'm going to throw myself into your lug.
Now, September 4th, 2019, Pusha T posted on his IG story that he's in Wyoming. That same day, Kanye and a couple other people pulled up to Wyoming in ATVs to finish up the album. And it's also said that Kanye bought some land out in Wyoming, so album's coming soon.
Out here. Out here.
On September 8th, 2019, Kanye did a Sunday service show in Chicago. Here's Kanye turning into YOSES by parting through the crowd. On September 15th, 2019, Kanye himself announced the official release date for Jesus is King, which is September 27th, 2019.
Taking this out September 27th, so that's the 10 weeks.
On September 25th, 2019, 2 days before the album is supposed to drop, it was announced that Jesus is King was going to be delayed yet again. Kanye would then go on to put on a Sunday service performance in Detroit, Michigan on September 27, 2019, the day that Jesus King is supposed to be released. Later that day, the Fox Theater in Detroit on their website started giving out tickets to what they call Jesus is King, a Kanye West experience. No phones are allowed, of course. I'm assuming they're going to be, playing the album. Not sure if that means it's going to come out later. The show starts at 8. It's possible the show will be over by 9, probably not, but the album might come later. We'll see. Kim Kardashian would then go on to post a new track list for Jesus is King. As you can see, the only songs left over from the other track list, at least by name, is Water, Hands On, SELAH, and Sunday. As you'll soon see, I think the other track list was probably a decoy, and this new track list is just YANDHI updated with more gospel themes. Here's a clip from the listening party right when he told them they were going to listen to the album. Here's some details from someone who was supposedly at the party. Pusha T is on the new Chakras or Law of Attraction. Nicki wasn't on the version of New Body that he played, but there's a rumor that she's going to be re-recording her verse to make it more appropriate since he's doing more gospel themes. Pusha T and his brother Malice, who formed the group Clips, will be on there. Kenny G, the saxophonist, and Ty Dolla $ign. It's also said to have about 10 to 11 songs, with a majority of them being from leaks of YANDHI updated. Well, the album didn't come out that night, but if you do remember, about a year ago was around the first time Kanye said that the album will be releasing. YANDHI 9/29/18. YANDHI's releasing this Saturday. This is exactly 1 year to the day that the original YANDHI was supposed to be officially released. After the listening party was over, Kim Kardashian would then go onto her IG story and announce that Kanye is doing another listening session in Chicago on September 28, 2019, the next day. Then, the day after that, Sunday, which is 1 year before the last time he was supposed to release YANDHI, he will be releasing the album, and that he just needed to do a few more tweaks on the mixes. So of course, it didn't come out, and on September 30th, 2019, TMZ reported that Kanye was still working on the album, but now there is no confirmed release date, and some people from his team said that every time he listens to the album, there's something he wants to change, so who knows when we'll get it. But there are theories because he has a movie coming out called Jesus is Lord, coming out on October 25th, 2019. So some people are theorizing that maybe it'll release either after the movie comes out or when the movie comes out. So if you recall, on September 18th, 2018, Young Thug tweeted at Kanye West that if he wasn't on YANDHI, then he wasn't going to ever talk to him again, and hashtag it OnGod. Well, on October 2nd, 2019, Young Thug tweeted again at Kanye West, asking if his verse about the devil was still in Jesus, meaning, of course, Jesus is King. Now, he could be just trolling, but we know that Kanye does get a lot of verses and hooks and stuff from people, and he either uses it or doesn't use it, or he'll take bits and pieces of it to put on his songs, so it would make sense that he's asking if it's still there. On October 9th, 2019, Kanye was seen riding around in an ATV called The Sherp with Swizz Beatz and a man by the name of Boo, who is a vice president at Def Jam, and they were in Wyoming, also with SELAH the Prince, working on Jesus is King, allegedly.
This shit is in water, my nigga. Oh shit. My bad. Nah, it's cool. This shit hard. This shit next level. Yo, I need one of these shits, man. Did you caught it when we was in the water, though? Yeah, of course I did.
What the fuck? So I thought it was over for me, bro.
Bro, I was praying for y'all.
I was praying. Listen,
Because I seen y'all come out the water and kind of.
On October 10th, an interview with Adam Tyson, who is Kanye's pastor, was released. He said that Kanye told him that he wants to use all his resources to make songs for Jesus, and that he let Tyson listen to the album and listen to different lyrics and songs to help tweak parts where his message wasn't very clear. And he'll explain to Tyson what he's trying to say at different parts, and Tyson will just tell him to clean it up if it doesn't sound very clear. And he also said that he's not writing for Kanye, he's more so EPing the project, so we'll see how it turns out. On October 12th, 2019, Kanye hosted a Sunday service at Howard University in DC. While he was there, he gave a few passionate speeches with topics that range from modern-day slavery, past slavery, his right to talk about and believe what he wants to, how God saved him, people's criticism of him saying that Christ saved him, and how Sunday service came together.
And my name, all that was brought was pain and shame. But through Christ, God has made things come alive. All the dreams, all the visions. He's kept my family together. He's brought my mind back. He's brought back my sanity. He's brought back the clarity. I'm in a position that very few black people are. On TV, on the internet, saying exactly what I feel. You tell me somebody else. So you ain't always got to agree with me, but I tell you what, if they throwing slave nets again, how about we don't all stand in the exact same place? And they call this a rant. Do this sound like a rant to you? Anything to diminish, first of all, black in America. Then they say, oh, he crazy. Don't listen, he crazy. He crazy. Then they say, you can't say you a billionaire if you a Christian. Also, wait a second, churches can ask for money 4 times out the thing, but then you finally get some, you can't say God is good. That sound like control. That sound like shut up and dribble to me. Hey. This for my mama. This for my daddy, who had me in church at a young age 4 times a week. One more thing before I get out of here. What about when I say I'm giving my life to we won't? The devil brought me to the lowest place in my life. And I said this year, I wasn't gonna go one Sunday without starting a church. And that's what we did. We started Sunday service. And people came together and the choir got bigger and bigger and bigger, and people started feeling what it is. And about 4 months in, I got delivered. People don't always go to church the first day delivered. People be at different spaces and places, and they walk. And that's something I had to learn when I was delivered, because I was one of them type of Christians. You doing this, you doing that, I'll see everything that's wrong. Just lay back. God has already won the victory. Jesus Christ has won the victory. That's why when I rap, I say he will free our people. God has freed people throughout history. And Harriet Tubman said she could have freed more if we only knew we were slaves to Instagram, to social media, to, oh, I'm about to pull up with the Draco and this man disrespected me. Ah! Harriet Tubman said she could free more if we only knew we were slaves.
A couple hours later, he'll be hosting another listening party for Jesus King. So maybe he'll have some updates on the album, or new lyrics, new songs, release date. We'll see.
Jay-Z had a line, he said, forced into sports or entertainment. I want to let you guys know that I'm not here for your entertainment this afternoon. We're here to spread the gospel. Philippians 2. Excuse me if I mispronounce anything. I'm a recent convert. Means I recently got saved within this year, so I'm not. Mark 1:15. The time is fulfilled and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent and believe in the gospel. The first thing Jesus said. Repent. The first thing JC said. He just said repent. He just know the sins. Imagine that you call somebody lying, you didn't even ask no question, you just started saying, hey, repent.
So there's some information from some people that were supposedly there. One person said that there was a lot of tweaks. He played some new songs and some new beats that didn't have lyrics yet. Another person mentioned that he said the album would drop tentatively, and for those who don't know, it means, I'll give you the actual definition. It means subject to further confirmation, not definitely, in a way that lacks confidence, hesitantly. So, I mean, what else I gotta say? You know what that means. The same person also quoted him as saying, you know, one thing I don't get it asked enough, how does it feel to be the best? Which is, you know, exactly something he would say. He went on to also say that Kanye mentioned how the media likes to use his words against him to fit their own agenda, but he said that God continues to keep blessing him. I know people have been very skeptical of him doing all this, doing the Sunday service, saying, you know, he's converted, you know, going the pacifist route. Yeah, I understand a lot of people don't like it or think there might be something wrong or a little skeptical of it, which is, of course, completely in your right. And with him to say stuff like this, it would seem, you know, he's not completely changed. He still has his ego, but personally, I like when people have their religious beliefs, but are still themselves. He was never going to change, like, specifically who he is. You know the song Can't Tell Me Nothing. You know he's going to be him no matter what. So, this is just where we're headed. For those of you who don't know, back in January and April of 2019, when Jesus King was still supposed to be YANDHI, Kanye attempted to file a patent to trademark YANDHI but was rejected because his application had some errors in the documents. On September 26th, it was reported that Kanye filed for reconsideration and is in the final steps of approval process. Now, even though he's been off of Twitter for a while now, obviously he's still online. I don't know if he's got a burner account or if he looks on Kim's thing or he just goes online, just through his phone or whatever. But I know he knows there's still hype around YANDHI and people love the name and people keep talking about it. So I'm not sure if he's trademarking it just because, so nobody else can get it. Obviously, if he was going to use it for something, one thing would be merch. He might still want to use it for an album name, for a different album. Who knows? But the point is, YANDHI is still in his memory atmosphere.
Well, here we are yet again. On October 20th, 2019, Kanye West returned to Twitter with a single tweet. Jesus King, October 25th. Now look, I already know what you're thinking. Oh, he's cap. Look, remember, he said the album he's working on wasn't ready. He'll announce the release date once it's done. The times Kim told us, I guess he told her to tell us, but this time he's literally doing it himself. And he went on Twitter just to do it after it's been 8-9 month hiatus. Also keep in mind, the Jesus King movie is coming out this week too. So it's all coming together. But who knows? We'll see. No official tracklist yet. But of course, this is the most recent one.
On October 21st, 2019, a fan asked Kid Cudi if he would be featured on Jesus King. He replied and said, "No, I'm not, but I'm sure it'll be fire." Some have noted that this will be the first Kanye album that Kid Cudi isn't on since 808s and Heartbreak. More promising news that the album will actually be coming out on October 25th. On October 21st, Kanye West's Sunday service site was updated to what is believed to be the Jesus King album cover. That same day, Boo Thiem, who is an A&R and used to be vice president at Def Jam, which is Kanye's label, and also Akon's brother, who has been seen with Kanye recently, posted this to his Instagram. On October 24th, 2019, one day before Jesus King is supposed to release, Kanye hosted what I'm assuming is the final Jesus King listening party at the Forum Arena in LA. Here are some clips.
LA was good. 2 days to the album drop is coming. It's an artist named Meg Webster that we did this installation with.
While these are all definitely supposedlies, here's some information from people that were supposedly there or heard something from someone that was supposedly there. I saw two different things, but both said that The Storm is now going to be on Jesus King. Someone said Ty Dolla $ign is still on. Someone said he's off, but XXXTentacion's verse is off. The clip still made the final cut. Here are the songs that attendees of the listening party said that Kanye played in full. SELAH, Follow God, Closed on Sunday, OnGod, God Is, Water, The Storm, and Hands On. Now these next songs, attendees had said that Kanye played these songs for a couple seconds but skipped them. LA Monster, New Body, and Up From the Ashes. And also Baptized was played for the credits of the IMAX film. So if you notice at almost every listening party he played some of the same songs but some different ones. So it seems like he's trying to mix it up so no one will know the full track list till, you know, the album comes out. Or maybe he still hasn't picked the songs yet. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see tomorrow. On October 23rd, 2019, Beast One Radio confirmed that Kanye will be sitting down with an interview with Zane Lowe on Thursday, October 24th, 2019 at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And they say they cover, quote-unquote, everything. Now, if you've seen all the other interviews that Kanye has with Zane Lowe, hey, if you know, you know. So I was thinking about still covering the Zane Lowe interview tomorrow, but I think this video is about 50-something minutes. I think that's about good enough. I'm surprised if somebody even made it this long. So, thank you to everybody that watched it. Feel free to leave a comment if you want. Tell me what you thought about the video, what you thought was good, bad, your favorite part of his recording process. I really enjoyed making this video, and I made it because, for some reason, for someone who's so private in his work, a lot of his stuff gets filmed and exposed and recorded. And I knew it was going to be an interesting ride until the album finally came, and it's coming tomorrow. So I'll definitely make another one of these when he starts on his next album, and I'll probably start making some other type of videos if you'll be interested in those, whatever that might be. But anyways, please like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to share and subscribe. And that's the end of it.